Is this really the last dance? See. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya buatan Malaysia. Okay, let me just do a quick recap lah. All right, 1 year ago, all right, I think approximately 1 year ago lah. All right, I think every single United fan and everyone here, all right, we were all feeling at the top of the world. We were so happy, and then some of us, all right, even cried tears of joy. Okay, but I think after that the tears dried up lah fairly quickly lah, right? So when Cristiano Ronaldo returned to Manchester United, okay, and I think 1 year ago, then we would have guessed that 1 year later, I know with the change of the manager and an interim manager that came in, who couldn't really click with the team and also couldn't really click with some fans, all right. And then we ended up having one of the worst seasons in Manchester United. Okay, so right now at this very moment, the breaking news is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's leaving Manchester United. Okay, so I think we're just going to start it up straight away, right? Let's start with Doc, right? So Doc, just to summarize everything, to encapsulate everything for the whole season, last season, do you think that Cristiano Ronaldo had a good season at Manchester United?
Of course. Of course, he had a good season. He was one of the only two people who were actually playing football for the club. I mean, although a lot of people will, say otherwise, he was the one who spoiled everything. But he was the one who, still scored about 18 goals in the season in the league, right? For a guy his age, saved us on many occasions, game winners, game tires, everything. Even in the Champions League, he was fantastic until probably the knockout rounds, right? So I think he did what was expected of him above and beyond.
Okay, so on the other hand of the spectrum, we wouldn't have guessed like 1 year ago, right? There would be another camp. There's the pro Ronaldo camp and the other so-called not so happy with Ronaldo camp now, right? So I'm going to check with Syed. Syed, what's your take on Ronaldo's performance last season?
I think no doubt, like he scored a lot of goals, and he's always like scoring a lot of goals for his career. But it's not about his career; it's about the impact he brought to the team. And I didn't see any impact he brought to Manchester United as a club, as a team. We were not playing as a team. I think the Bruno Fernandes, I think his game hurt a lot because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Also, I think Martial, he didn't get any place, and he has to send home. Regardless, he was not performing well. But this is also one of the reasons, because when we have another striker, and I think Cavani also, I know he was injured a lot of time, but he was also injured the year before Ronaldo joined us. So I think Cavani was not up to his game when Ronaldo came back. And Rashford as well, Elanga as well, Greenwood, I think something bad happened with him and then he didn't manage to play for us. But I think I didn't see any impact in the team. But for him, yes, he scored a lot of goals. He was the top scorer for Manchester United. He has always been known for scoring a lot of goals. That's why he's the world most best goal scorer in the world. But is he the best team player? I don't think so. So I think from the team perspective, I didn't see any positive changes. But for his personal level, I think he scored a lot of goals. For a 37-year-old to score 18 goals in Premier League, it's a big thing for any player to score. But as a team, I didn't see any positives.
Okay, Raj, question to you, Raj. Do you think that this whole breaking news thing, right, is it really happening? Because personally, right now, I'm feeling quite calm at this moment. All right, so what's your take on this?
I hope it's not happening, but I won't be surprised if it is actually happening, because I think Ronaldo, like most of us, have given this shallow of a board enough time to bring some reinforcements, to bring some changes to the team. And I won't blame Ronaldo one bit if he wants to leave, because he actually made his intention clear that he wanted to help the team. But when you see that the board and all the other monkeys were sitting at the back and coming up with suggestions like Harry Maguire should play as a CDM, coming from Darren Fletcher, who was a very average midfielder himself, what knowledge does he have about football to come up with those kind of suggestions? We finished at the back end of one of the worst point tallies in Premier League era. And there you have people trying to mitigate things from within. We have had players who have left. Okay, I'm glad that most of the deadwoods are leaving. That's a good news. But are we moving forward? I don't think so. Are we backing the new manager? I don't think so. We have been flirting with Frankie de Jong for 2 months for what? And I don't know, this is the culture with the new board. We have the habit of going for one player at a time. And then once that transfer happens or does not happen with one player, we go for the next player. Even in football manager, I think most of the United fans can do better job than whatever the board is doing currently, to be honest. And we are speaking about ambitions and all those things. So as much as I don't want to believe that Ronaldo wants to leave, I'm not surprised that he has come up with that statement if that is to be true, because it's revealed by multiple sources. So I'm not too sure.
Okay, Jai, you dikenali sebagai how to say United punya how to say close, ada banyak sources lah. Okay, so pada pendapat you lah, so adakah ada apa-apa kebenaran tentang Ronaldo nak keluar daripada Manchester United ini?
Kalau ikutkan daripada segi source yang kita dapat, rumours yang kita dapat by day, kita tak boleh percaya sangat sebab rumours tu dia boleh bermacam-macam. Even Frank De Jong walaupun dah sign, mungkin dia orang boleh kata De Jong tak sign. Mungkin dia orang boleh cakap Ronaldo nak keluar. Tetapi untuk demand tim kita, kalau ikutkan, sesiapa tim big player pun tak akan masuk ke United sebab kita tak ada Champions League. So, kalau ikutkan apa yang Ronaldo punya achieve yang apa yang dia nak target, kita tak ada. Champions League kita tak ada. Lepas tu dengan player-player yang tak masuk ke United, nampak macam tak ada pasaran, kita tak nampak kita beli siapa. So, demand untuk Ronaldo, untuk personal Ronaldo punya terms, memang kalau ikutkan, siapa-siapa tim pun, walaupun Eriksen yang free transfer pun, sampai sekarang kita tak dapat. Sebab kita tak pergi Champions League. Mungkin kita boleh dapat player youth lah, 17 tahun, 18 tahun yang baru nak really dalam ni. Tapi untuk superstar. So as a Ronaldo, kalau Ronaldo, berita ni akan keluar, akan timbul. Sebab kita tak ada demand apa-apa. Player beli player ke, ataupun nak pergi Champions League ke, whatever lah. Apa yang Ronaldo punya personal punya. So kalau ikutkan, source tu mungkin ada kebenaran dan mungkin boleh bertukar sebagai konspirasi. Itu yang paling, itu dapat saya.
Doc, how much do you think that Ronaldo really need this Champions League thing? Do you think this is because, I mean, the frustration of him, I mean, wanting to leave, whether it's true or not, do you think it's really because of Champions League, or is it because of the lack of ambition of the club, like what Raj mentioned just now?
Maybe he wants to play Champions League, and I don't blame him because he probably thinks he got a few years left, right? But if the board is actually interested in, signing good players, bringing in new players, the right people to actually get us back into the Champions League by the end of next season, I'm sure he will stay, because if it's just one season, I'm sure his love for the club will take over, and he will actually help to drive and ensure that we are back in the Champions League. But with this, and maybe win some trophies on the side, right? But with this kind of lack of transfer window activity, I mean, he's going to start the season with the same bunch of players who started last season, right? And then although we say a lot of things about him, and Syed has mentioned that he's not a team player and all, where was the rest of the team for the whole of the last season? None of them actually stepped up consistently, except for Ronaldo and De Gea. So you say what you want, right? Whether it's just goals he brings or whatever it is. He was the only one or two players who were consistently performing last season. The rest of the players were not at all. You look at our Player of the Year awards, the third person they rated was Fred. And Fred also didn't perform until RR came in. Under Ole, he was also nothing much. That itself shows you that the level of consistency of the other players on the pitch wasn't there at all. Now, with this lack of transfer activity, would you blame him for wanting to leave? Because he's going to end up playing with the same bunch of clowns who played last season. I don't think the manager is going to make that big a difference in turning these guys into winners. You need the right people in the right places to come in. We all know CDM, we need one. We know right back, left back, we need one. Even left back, I think we have good resources. The right back is the more key one, where we have Dalo and Wan-Bissaka, right? And yet we're signing a left back. I don't see the plan. You wanted to get a backup striker for Ronaldo. We haven't even got that. Right. So I mean, I don't blame him for looking at the lack of ambition of the club. And it's already what, July? The season is going to
Yes,
start.
yes, correct. So what's how about you, Syed? I mean, from your point of view, to just to add on to what Doc is mentioning, or what Doc mentioned just now, do you think it's because of the Champions League or lack of ambition, or he got not much time left? He want to create some form of legacy, and also this is one of the point that actually brought up by Edwin Gombak lah. So also, if just say he's looking for something to add on to his legacy, would you think that this is a selfish move on Ronaldo's behalf to wanting to move to another club with an established system and good players in it?
I think Ronaldo is always being the selfish player. It's nothing wrong. Like it's about his personality. Like he's all about himself. It's all about his goals, his Champions League trophy. He wants to play. He wants to get Ballon d'Or. I mean, it's fine. But as a team player, I don't think. Okay, I think I want to go back to last year when there was a news when we were talking about that Manchester City wants to sign Ronaldo, and then last moment he chooses us. So when he already chose that why not stick to us until his contract ends? Why not be with us when we really need a goal scoring player, right? So I think the previous year the news was wrong maybe because I don't think Manchester City was in for him. If Manchester City was in for him, then he should have gone for Manchester City because right now he wants to play Champions League football, and Manchester City guarantees Champions League football. Manchester City guarantees FA Cup, Premier League, and everything. So if this was the case, he should have gone to Manchester City, not gone to us, right? And also, I think he never loved Manchester United. He only loved Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, it's a fact because he only considers Sir Alex Ferguson as a father. He was there, and when we won the Champions League back in 2008, he wanted to leave. It was very clear. He said after we won the Champions League in Moscow, he said he wants to go to Madrid to follow his childhood dream. So his dream was to go to the best club to win everything because he's all about himself. He doesn't care about the club. He doesn't care about the team. He just too much of himself. So that's why he went to Real Madrid. And when he won everything in Real Madrid, he went to Juventus. He went to Juventus. He wanted to win Champions League over there. He couldn't win. He moved away from Juventus. He came to Manchester United. Now, after 1 year, we already went from second to sixth. We are in Europa League. Now he wants to leave us, and he has asked to leave the club. So I think it's all about himself. If you go through the timeline of his career, if you see his interviews, if you see how he built himself, it's all about himself. It's all about like getting for the personal achievements rather than the team achievement. If it is a team achievement, he would stick to us. Also, one more thing I want to mention here, like we all talk about like Cristiano Ronaldo, he loves challenges. He's a man of challenge. So why not stick with us, take this challenge, take us to the glory? Why you are running away? This is not elite mentality. This is not challenging. This is like running away.
Oh, dah ada.
Let me just ask this question to Said. Said, okay, the club is not ambitious. That is the problem here. You are seeing it from Ronaldo's perspective only. You see, Ronaldo, the last time when he left, he won every trophy that there was for Manchester United. We have to actually accept that. All right, he won a Ballon. His first Ballon d'Or was as a Manchester United player, not as a Real Madrid player. He went to Real Madrid. Real Madrid had the ambition, won back-to-back 3 Champions League in a row. He stayed. He went to Juventus. Juventus were winning things with him as the fulcrum of it. See, when he left, where did Juventus finish last season? Juventus were winning the league and were in the trophies and all those tournaments for fun. Where did Juventus finish when Ronaldo left? The problem now is at Manchester United, the club in itself has no ambition. We as Manchester United fans need to understand that. It's not about him. He tried to drag the team as far as possible. I think we all saw that last season. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not telling that he is the best player that we have at the moment. The other players are not stepping up. And we all know the fact that the other players are not stepping up. When the other players are not stepping up, what do we expect? We expect this shallow of a board that I'm trying to say once again to actually back the manager who just came in by signing proper players. We are signing a left back when that is clearly not our problem position. Does this even show ambition to begin with? Players are not willing to come to Manchester United because there is no ambition in the club.
No, Raj, if you follow the transfer window of the last 5 years, we never signed any player in June. We are a commercial football club, right? So we sign players when the financial year ends, and the financial year ends in the June 30th. If you see the last 5 years, we never signed any player in June. So why we are crying that why we haven't signed any player? We are a commercial
So
football.
you are telling that we are going to sign 5 players by the end of July, is it?
They
don't
should.
see that happening.
Then what is the reason ETH came in early? No point what? No point if you come in early and start preparations, you're not going to sign anybody.
No,
And it's not to say they haven't tried. They have been trying. They've been trying to sit there and persuade De Jong for the
Players
last
were willing to go to Crystal Palace instead of
month, 6
Manchester United. That shows the ambition of the club to begin with, guys.
Yeah.
We are not seeing the point. The club is not
was
ambitious
already there.
enough.
Since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we had David Moyes, we had LVG, we had Jose, and then we have Ole, and then RR, and now ETH. The ambition is not there since 2020 until now. Ronaldo should have known that this is a whole club where he has to come. It's in a dark stage where he has to come, and then he has to prove and bring the club to the glory again. He already knew. It's only 12 months ago he joined the football club, right? And we were not ambitious 12 months ago. Why did he join us when he wanted to leave now? So I think.
What are you talking, Sai? I mean, the previous season we finished second, so obviously there was some reason for him to join to think he can win something. But look at the whole of last season; none of them performed. The
Okay,
players
fine.
didn't perform. You say he's got a selfish streak. Yeah, I agree. Every great player has a selfish streak. Take
So
a
then
look and see.
let him
Okay?
go.
But
Let him
don't
go.
forget, listen, don't forget, we've got a captain who can't even motivate his team. We've seen videos of Ronaldo motivating the rest of the team in the tunnel while the captain stood there adjusting his armband, right? And you say he's what, not a team player? He's the one talking to Ilanga. He's the one talking to the younger players. Where's the captain?
Question.
Where's the rest of the
I got a
players?
question. I got a question for you guys. Okay, because there are news and rumors that in the back in the dressing room Ronaldo, of course, obviously he has his positive impact on the youth and on the other players, but also on the other hand he has his negative impact as well, questioning decisions of the manager and whatnot, the style of play and whatnot. So do you think that maybe there's really, I mean, apart from all the positivity that you guys are arguing right now, maybe there are some negative impact which actually impact how the other players actually perform in last season? Raj, what do you think?
We have a captain who treats the armband like cotton candy. We have a midfield that is totally broken, who don't even know head or tail, who can't get their heads out of their ass when they are on the field. We get dominated by even the smallest team in midfield. Middlesbrough dominated us last season. Don't have to go far, guys. Huh? What was the first team we played in that artificial turf? They dominated us in the midfield. This shows how far the team has fallen. We can't. I mean, I understand Ronaldo does not have much time left in his tank. We all need to realize that. I'm not talking solely based on Ronaldo's perspective. Like what I echo what Doc said. When he goes to preseason on the 12th, we are going to have our first preseason game, which is like a week away. He sees the same bunch of players are there. Where is the improvement? Where is the reinforcement?
The solution is to run away. So the solution is run away. What is the solution? You just run away.
No, it's not running away.
No,
You tell the board that or you, because it came from you side that we can buy 5 players in the month of July. But if they are not going to do that, then the best thing is for him to leave.
So then where's the love? Where's the love? Where's the loyalty?
Maybe Syed, this is what he's trying to do because maybe just to get through, he knows he has a huge influence on football and I mean Manchester United and football and whatnot with the fans and whatnot. So maybe this is his way of actually trying to pressure the owners to actually get some signings done.
What influence he brought in the last 12 months?
The influence that he scored 24 goals when all the other fellas were busy looking for chicken eggs everywhere.
What influence he brought to Manchester United Football Club?
You can only influence people who want to change. Our other people, our players are running away because they're scared to take up the challenge.
How many youngsters he influenced?
Side, you think about it. Pogba left, Lingard left. These are players who said they love the club, they love the club, they love the club. When they left, nobody but an eye. But when Ronaldo leaves, just because he's a global superstar who wants to actually play in the top of his game as far as he can, now it becomes a problem.
No. The problem is also Pogba, Lingard, and everybody who left us. So if they're leaving us, just let him go. Just let them go. We don't have to stick with, okay, Ronaldo should stick with us. We should give him the ambition. We are not Cristiano Ronaldo Football Club. We are Manchester United Football Club.
Okay, question.
Exactly. But you look at it from his point of view, Syed. If he's got only 1 or 2 years left in his career, right? Yes, he loved the club. He came back. He wants to win trophies. He wants to drive the club. But if the club cannot match his ambition, then why not leave? I don't
So
blame him. Seriously. If he
why
was he
why
was
we have to
20
talk
years
about
old
the
or 22
ambition?
years old, is fine. He's already at the end of his career already.
So
Right?
Okay.
And you came here to rescue this club. Okay, because you love the club. You see the people who are running the club don't love it enough to rescue it. You know you had a very poor season last year. We finished what, sixth, right? Didn't even qualify in Champions League position when everybody else above us was failing, right? Okay. You say you question tactics, Dom, but wouldn't you? In under Ole towards the end there was no tactics. Under RR, we always say Ole was what
I'm talking
individual
about
brilliance. Okay,
I'm
when RR came, there was no change in tactics. I don't blame him for questioning the tactics. Why not?
I'm talking about when he joined the club. He said he loves challenges. He would take Manchester United to a new level, and the new level was Arsenal finishing above us. So that's the new
He
level.
did his part. The rest of the team didn't. Can't you get that? Can you
Tak.
understand it?
But that's the
Main
problem.
bola.
Other nine
Okay,
players,
guys,
Let's take
chill,
it in
chill.
this
Tambah, tambah,
perspective.
tambah, tambah. Tambahan.
When he
Okay,
buys
Tambahan.
Jai, sila.
team
house,
game,
you
not
have
a
to fix
not a
it.
badminton
No.
or two
Alright, guys. Jai.
Tambahan. Jangan kita jangan attack personal matter dengan personal lah. Maksud dia kalau you nak cakap Ronaldo tak boleh tinggalkan sebab dia tak sayang dengan klub. Itu bukan. Dia dah 2 kali datang dekat United tau. Dia bukan baru sekali. Pogba pun 2 kali datang. Dan sekarang dia tak sign kontrak, dia belah. Yang itu boleh cakap, itu dia boleh cakap macam tu. Tapi Ronaldo is not like that. Tak boleh personal kat dia. Memang semua manusia ada negatif positif. Tapi main bola 11 orang, bukan 1 orang, bukan 2 orang, 11 pemain. So you tak boleh terus attack, dia belah sebab dia tak sayang MU. Dia belah sebab dia tak nak fight dengan MU. Tetapi macam mana pula dengan player lain? Tak adil macam ni kalau kita just admit dekat Ronaldo saja. Sebab kita main 11 orang, Syed. 11 player. It's not one player, not 2 player.
11 are not. Though that's the issue. The 11 are not fixed because Ronaldo is earning 700k per week.
Let's not talk about that. Okay, wait. My question.
Come on.
The point
Okay,
I'm making.
finish up.
The point I'm making here is instead of wasting 700k on a player who wants to leave, why not you use this money to divide into 2 or 3 players? Fix the problem, not Ronaldo.
Okay,
You can't even sign any players
No, wait.
up to now.
This is the question that later I'll bring up. All right. So before that, just now you brought up a very interesting conversation point of Jesse Lingard and Paul Pogba leaving the club. All right. Okay. Let me just ask you, Syed. All right. Because the spotlight is on you. It's obviously 3 versus 1 now. Like Gomba. So guys, take it easy lah. Only got one side here. Okay. So Syed, the question is this. All right. Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard leaving the club. All right. Obviously, we got some impact whereby the bench depth is lacking in that sense. It's thin lah. Okay. Ronaldo leaving the club. Okay. Let's not talk about finding a replacement now. At the very moment, right? If Ronaldo is leaving the club, do you see any impact on Manchester United?
Yeah, the players will not feel any pressure. They will not feel any intimate by Ronaldo because Ronaldo is a player. When you're playing next to him, you will feel intimidated. You want to prove Ronaldo that okay, I don't have any chance where I can make any error. You can take it in a positive way, but you can take it as a negative way as well. So I think players would not feel any intimate. They will play from the heart. Martial scored as many goals as Ronaldo scored last season.
He's using Martial.
He's trying to make it 3 versus 2.
Yeah, trying to make it 3 versus 2.
I have to take you in my corner. I have to take you in my corner. So it's a fact. Martial has also scored as many goals as Ronaldo scored last season, and we were paying 700k to him for what? For scoring the same amount of goals which Martial can also score. So Martial was also able to score, Rashford was also able to score, and Greenwood was also able to score.
So where was all those goals last season? Where was all those goals last season?
Because there was a guy who came who said
because they were intimidated.
So there
Great
was a
players
guy,
don't get intimidated. They
Yeah,
all
yeah.
established
Okay,
Players
they
who
should be
want to
getting
actually
intimidated.
make a name for themselves in the game. When Ronaldo came in, there was Ruud van Nistelrooy, there was Diego Forlan, there were so many other players in the same club. All right. There was Alan Smith. Alan Smith had to play in midfield because that was the time Ronaldo was growing. It's not because Alex Ferguson wrapped him in cotton wool and made him play until he won a Ballon d'Or. He earned his Ballon d'Or. So all these young chikus who think they are that great need to actually step up and show that they can actually match them. Ronaldo is fitter than 3/4 of the players they have put together side.
I
I'm
ask you a
not
question,
about
Syed.
salary.
I think we don't have to stick in the past and history. I mean,
No, let me ask you a question.
No,
So
no,
when
no. I'm
Ronaldo,
talking about the
Okay,
present.
guys, chill. I think this is getting a bit messy already. This is becoming like Martial video. If you don't want another Martial video, because that was epic. Okay, all right. Let's start with Doc first. Doc, you got a question for Syed? Go ahead.
yeah, I
first.
asked one question. When Ronaldo came in, right, he had a lot of talent, but he used to make a lot of wrong decisions, right? Now, on the same pitch as him were people like Ryan Giggs, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes. So should he also have felt intimidated and just gave in to the pressure? He wouldn't have then improved season on season to become the world's best player.
but that was 2008.
No, that doesn't
I still
matter. I'm
think-
talking about intimidation.
yeah,
it doesn't matter what year, whether it's 1990,
it's gonna
2008, or
be
2022.
a 4-1 situation, just for a little while, 4-1 situation, 4 versus 1 situation. So I mean, when you're talking about elite footballers, elite athlete, right? You gotta have that elite mentality. So maybe if just say you're bringing up this point that players feel intimidated by having Ronaldo by their side, right? So maybe those players are not really Manchester United material. Maybe they are not meant to be professional football players.
I think I want to say something really big, maybe, but I still want to say, and
Okay.
I think I'm happy. I choose Messi as my goat when I was in my childhood. So this
Oh man,
this is the reason I choose. I'm a Manchester United fan. If anybody wants to doubt, it's up to them. But I am a Manchester United fan. Also, I am a Messi fan, and this is the reason I like Messi, because he plays as a team. You would not feel intimidated when you are playing with Messi, but when you play with Ronaldo, then it's a different story.
Okay,
Mana
let
Messi
me address
sekarang?
that. Let me address that. Because Messi
Wait,
played with
before that,
Iniesta,
before that,
Xavi, and the
before
rest of that Barca team.
Doc, let me just read this. Muhammad Nasir. I am intimidated if Syed is playing with me. Okay, go ahead, Doc, go ahead.
Yeah, don't forget, he played in a Barca team with Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. That midfield ran on its own. Okay, you
Yeah.
couldn't stop that midfield, and that created a lot of chances for Messi. How has he struggled since he left Barca? Look at how he struggled in PSG last season. Okay,
And I'm
at the almost the same age as Ronaldo.
That's why I'm not bothered about Messi. I'm not bothered about Ronaldo. I'm bothered about Manchester United.
You just said that you are glad you chose Messi as your GOAT. But anyway, I thought your GOAT was
Versus-
Lukaku 2017.
That was classic. Oh, this is some stuff that we
bodoh.
talk about in our WhatsApp group. But anyway, good luck to Lukaku. All right, good luck to Lukaku at Inter Milan. Right. So okay, of course, I think Sadhguru actually mentioned there's always two sides to the coin. All right. So maybe let me just ask Jai lah. All right, Jai. So sebelum ni you ada cakap untuk clear up wages kita untuk dapatkan lebih banyak duit untuk how to say beli player kan. You ada bagi suggestion yang kita patut jual Bruno Fernandes. Okay, sekarang ada satu player volunteer dia nak pergi. Okay, so if just say Ronaldo pergi, ada dia punya numbers kat sini nanti as I check. If Ronaldo actually leave Manchester United, right, we will actually have the funds to sign a 60 million player with the wages around 250k per week. So do you think Jai yang ini maybe ada kebaikan juga untuk Manchester United? Sebagaimana yang Syed cakap, if just say kita nak cakap rebuild, look into the future, we are looking at something more than maybe the 1 year that Ronaldo will be here. So apa pendapat you, Jai?
Kalau nak katakan pasal wages lah kan, kita bukanlah terlalu terdesak sangat untuk mengurangkan gaji player and then untuk dapatkan player. Tetapi persoalan dia sekarang ni, tidak ada player yang nak masuk ke United. Even kalau kita jual Bruno untuk dapatkan Rice, kemungkinan Rice pun kita tak boleh dapat. Sebab kita fokus kita, fokus player kat luar sana nak main Champions League. Dan kita sekarang tengah rebuild kita punya team. Berkemungkinan besar the wages, the gaji ataupun duit bukan satu masalah besar pada United. Tetapi untuk sekarang, even Aston Villa pun dah beli player, dah ada player pakai baju Aston Villa. Kita langsung tak nampak. So, untuk nak mengurangkan gaji ke whatever, memang rugi sebab Ronaldo keluar. Sebab dia lah salah satu player yang ada Ballon d'Or, yang ada experience yang terlalu tinggi lah, GOAT kan. Untuk player muda yang ada sekarang ni boleh rebuild dengan dia. Tetapi kalau dia nak keluar untuk cari Champions League ataupun lebih bagus untuk tu kan, sebagai untuk nak wages saja, saya rasa itu bukan salah satu masalah yang besar untuk United lah. Cuma sekarang kita kena nak dapatkan player pun sekarang kita tak nampak lagi diorang pakai Manchester United. Memang kita dengar huah-huah tapi nothing.
Tapi Jai, yang ganja ni yang you cakap Champions League. Tapi team macam Aston Villa, macam Newcastle yang mereka sekarang tengah buat banyak signing ni, mereka tak ada Champions League. Kenapa player nak pergi sana? Kalau you cakap pasal duit, kita pun yang sebagaimana you cakap, kita pun ada duit. Kenapa mereka tak nak datang ke Manchester United? Kalau Champions League tu, I rasa ni bukannya satu hal bagi player lain tu.
Ya, contohlah kan, kalau kita nak ambil sekarang ni situasi Frankie de Jong. Sebab sekarang setiap coach, setiap manager, dia akan keluarkan list 5 player. Contohlah 5 player, Frankie de Jong, Anthony, whatever lah, 5 player. Tapi dalam 5-5 tu, sampai sekarang ni, dia bukannya Erik Ten Hag mungkin dia tak nak player yang main dengan Aston Villa, Coutinho, whatever lah. Tapi dia akan keluarkan satu list yang dia nak. So dalam list tu satu player pun tak ada lagi dekat United. Bukan, memang Champions League is salah satu keutamaan untuk personal player macam Frankie de Jong. Dia nak Frankie de Jong, tapi Frankie de Jong kata United tak ada dalam Champions League. Buat apa aku nak pergi sana? Baik aku stay dekat Barcelona. So personal term, sebab tu bila sign kontrak dia ada personal term. Ada kelab dengan kelab. Itu antara kriteria untuk beli player lah.
Okay,
I think
Sakura mentioned guaranteed play time in other teams. Yep, Sai, go ahead.
I was about to mention one more thing. Like, okay, fine. I mean, like Ronaldo wants to leave. It's okay. Like, it's his life. It's his decision. He want to play for a big club who's better than Manchester United, who can help him win Ballon d'Or because he has few years left in his career. I'm totally fine. But the thing is, like, we already knew that Manchester United is not going to play Champions League. I think February or March, maybe end of March, we already knew we will not end up playing in top 4, right? So I think now, how many, like 1 week or 2 weeks before the preseason starts, now he's asking the club to sell him, right? Why not he told at the end of the season so that Erik Ten Hag can start preparing for buying a striker.
But I think it's in Ronaldo's style. Ronaldo's style that he actually waits after June before he actually makes his decision. I think this is quite, with his previous moves and whatnot, this is what he usually do.
He also waiting for the financial year end to end, is it? No, but I think I would think, Syed, that he probably also is frustrated with lack of transfer activity. If he really wanted to move
the lack of transfer activity is not going to give us the Champions League football this year. Even if you find
exactly. So if he wanted to move because of Champions League, he would have moved earlier, not now.
Yes, correct.
Now the reason is not he's come up with this now probably is because he thought that there would be some ambition from the club, and until now nothing. And for me, right, if you ask me, right, okay, even De Jong, okay, the manager wants De Jong, right? If he doesn't want to come, do we have to sit and beg? You're telling me that our scouts cannot find a similar kind of player for the manager to, consider to use instead of De Jong? Why are we waiting for De Jong? And because of that, all the other signings are also not happening. You're telling me that De Jong is such a world-class player that there's no other player who can play a similar game to him?
In a way, right?
you won't find any best midfield.
My question to Doc, the thing that you mentioned is De Jong. Although we are not supposed to talk about De Jong today, but since you brought this up, the whole world is talking about De Jong. If we are talking about our past histories, right, we always complain that the manager is not given their first choice players. So obviously, Frankie de Jong is the main player. Apparently, it seems right now, the main player for the system to work, the Erik Ten Hag system to work at this dysfunctional, this broken down Manchester United. So maybe we should actually wait for this player.
Yeah, again, Dom, you're telling me only one player in the world fits into the system that he's playing? Obviously not, right? There will be
one
other
player
choices
who knows Erik Ten Hag's system in and out already, who can hit the ground running instead of waiting for a potential player. We have many players coming in that has the potential and whatnot, but again, maybe they are not Premier League proven, and maybe again they don't jive with this manager. Again, past experience, Ralph Rangnick can talk so much and whatnot. He can't even get the current players to play this type of football. Not only 11 players. How many players? 12, 13 players and whatnot. So maybe this is what Erik Ten Hag actually wants. At least something, he has his spine fortified, and then he can focus on the other stuff later. It gives him a lifeline to actually, kickstart the season. That's
And
my
even
take on
Let's
that.
see. Let's see if he comes in and let's see what he can actually do.
And I think
I'm not really confident
we are
actually.
getting him in a cheap price, and we are getting the pay cut for Frenkie De Jong as well. So I think the more we wait, the more price will go down, and it's good for us.
Anyway, don't we have Donny van de Beek, who was also under ETH at AX? Okay, what? Good replacement.
But the manager didn't know how to actually utilize him. Is it? That's the issue. Is it? Your favorite manager didn't know how to use him. Use him
So
as
now
a
ETH is
use
here.
his,
Can
use him
utilize
as
him
an
what?
electrical appliance, on the bench just to warm the bench.
And talking about the favorite manager of Dog, I think because of Ronaldo, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer lost the job. If it was not Ronaldo, I think Ole would still be in the job right now.
Okay, Raj, you've been quite quiet for a bit. So let me just ask you, okay, if you're Jorge Mendes, all right, would you actually ask Ronaldo to actually leave Manchester United right now?
Yeah. I honestly don't see ambition in this club anymore. I mean, nowadays, I seldom. I mean, you might have noticed I'm not even wearing the jersey today because that's how frustrated I am with this club at the moment. I love the club to bits. I've been a United fan for as far as I can remember all my life, and to see that a club so unambitious like us, Spurs are buying players left, right, center. Newcastle got freaking Botman lah. We need a center back, and we are still flirting with Martinez for no reason. That also, there's no guarantee that he's going to come back. And we are talking about converting Harry Maguire as a CDM, which is the most unacceptable news in my entire life. Seriously, coming from a person who has zero knowledge on football in Darren Fletcher, he himself was not really a good player. He was average at best. He was a great utility player because we had a good manager like Sir Alex Ferguson. So if I'm Jorge Mendes, I think Ronaldo has given time for the club to try and do something. We are not doing anything. I think Dion Cools will still fit Manchester United better than the centre back combination that we have at the moment. To be honest, he will play a better centre back compared to whichever fellow is going to play with Rafael Varane next season, unless we get some reinforcements. The whole Timber story, I think that was a sour grape by Van Gaal trying to pull one over us. But as far as I'm concerned, there is still for a club that said they are on a rebuild. I don't know what is the meaning of rebuild. I don't even know if this board even knows what's the meaning of the word rebuild when you're not buying anyone and you're just expecting you to come in and try and substitute everybody else. So, if I'm Mendes, I'm telling Ronaldo, it's okay, let's go. I think we have given this place enough time. They are not reacting.
Okay, Jai, tambah daripada apa yang Raj cakap. Okay, dia cakap let Ronaldo go lah if he's Mendes lah. Okay, so do you think club mana yang berpotensi untuk sign Ronaldo? Okay, because not many club nak sign player yang 37 tahun. And of course kita link dengan Chelsea, but I think even Tuchel nak player forward yang boleh press and whatnot. And obviously Ronaldo dah tak ada kebolehan macam tu lah. So you rasa team mana yang sesuai kalau mereka nak sign player macam Ronaldo?
Kalau ikutkan, kalau Ronaldo nak main dengan Champions League, dia kena cari tim yang ada Champions League lah. Tapi kena suit dengan apa yang Ronaldo dengan team player boleh buat lah. Nanti akan jadi macam kita tahun lepas lah. Kan? Sebab nak suit sangat dengan Ronaldo, kita yang hancur. So jadi sekarang ni, I tak nampak pun sebenarnya mana-mana team selain daripada Manchester United yang suit dengan Ronaldo. Kecuali Sporting Lisbon. Itu yang mungkin sebab dia dengan umur dengan 37, dengan gaji yang sebanyak itu, so dengan kelab-kelab lain, mungkin Newcastle, tapi Newcastle pun tak ada Champions League. So I think Ronaldo still lagi dekat United lah this year. Itu yang saya rasa lah.
Probably Bayern Munich, I guess.
Bayern Munich or probably maybe PSG. Doc,
Because
what's your
Lewandowski is leaving, so they will need someone to replace Lewandowski.
Yeah, I
And
totally
Ronaldo
agree
can give one or two
totally
pieces.
agree with Raj. He's because Lewandowski is that kind of a target man, and now Ronaldo has turned his game into that kind of a target man and finisher. So he might fit probably their squad better than the rest lah. Right? Of course, I hope he doesn't go. Then PSG might be another destination. PSG, maybe the last dance together with Messi. Oh, looks like Coach Dom has frozen
No,
aside.
I did a De Gea.
Hey.
Okay, last question. Okay, Said. I mean, if Ronaldo were to leave, right, which club would you rather he how to say, move to, like a Chelsea, a Premier League club, or would you rather he go to Sevilla or something like that?
I think it's a very good but I don't care where he goes. I care about what we can get when he goes. So I think I have my own I have my own preference. Like if he goes to Bayern Munich, we should get Gnabry. If he goes to PSG, we should get Neymar in exchange. And if he goes to Chelsea,
Neymar.
if I
Neymar.
and if he goes,
Seriously.
wait, and if he goes to Chelsea, then I think we should get Werner and swap with him. So I think that would be a
That
good.
Neymar is like an upgraded version of Lingard that you're going to get for 3-4 seasons.
Lingard with the attitude of Pogba, so it's like, yeah.
Neymar would be the best Glazer signing. I mean, Neymar
don't
can also
forget
steal a lot of
His sister's
a lot of
birthday will
goals.
take some time off.
Yeah.
I think the Chelsea swap deal with Werner, I think that would be nice because I think Werner can come in and score goals and play, like as
Werner.
a
Oh my
Timo
god.
Werner, are you joking? That will be what the goal 2023 is it?
I think it could become a good idea. Like he can play because he has played in RB Leipzig. He has played in gegenpressing teams. So I think he's a striker who would come and like do a lot of efforts, not like Ronaldo who's just sitting there and like shrugging his shoulder.
Oh my
like,
god, I can't believe you actually said you will get rid of Ronaldo and
Okay.
take Timo Werner.
I think
Are you-
with that, guys. I think with that, guys, I think we'll end this episode. So what do you guys think? Should Ronaldo stay? Should Ronaldo go? Will he go? Will he stay? Leave your opinions in the comment below. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night.